It's Sunday morning. It's 7:22 a.m. Alright. It is. A couple of names from forum members that I've known from years past came up. More or less notorious ones. One of them was SqueakyBear. SqueakyBear was a woman from Australia who had it in for the Blast family. Well, that got me and a couple of other forum members kind of on her outs because we like the Blast family. Well, this went on as a fiasco for several posts, and finally she ended up coming and leaving the forum almost on an every so often basis, but she'd reappear every few months too. I guess somewhere along the line she did post a picture of herself, which, much to my surprise, and I should probably never admit that, but she was rather good looking, which I was expecting kind of an ugly person based on everything we'd been through. It's probably not a good stereotype, but that was the impression I had. I guess I figured anybody who was that much of a bitch, if you will, was probably homely besides. Not a good stereotype. No reason to think that. Just, you know, me being me, I guess. So that took place, and I was a little surprised to find that she was actually rather good looking, and I couldn't believe it. So that was SqueakyBear. But the mean things she would say, and the things she would call people, or just call them out on, for nothing really other than disagreeing with her. Telling people they were prejudiced if they took a certain stand. It's like, like that. I won't get into that right now. Then there was Thorguns, who I didn't think he was too bad. I think he was more or less just a devil's advocate. He was a troll in some ways. He would go after specific threads and call them out, so maybe that made him a troll. I guess he told some people about, a while after he left the forum that, that he felt differently about all of us, for lack of a better way to put it. I didn't know the hostility was that bad. I mean, I knew that the mainstream members and he did not agree. I was of the impression that he was kind of chasing the mainstream members and challenging them, which was fuel to the disagreement, but I didn't realize that was the norm. My understanding was that was just... Oh, well, from what I was told just recently, he disliked us more than I realized, and honestly, if it hadn't been for that thread, I would have forgotten about Thorguns. But, oh well. What do they say? The bad penny will always come back. Let's see. I'm going to cut across here. Pick up the main road. Alright, good deal. So, as you can see, we've got a lot of snow. A lot of snow, and it's everywhere. Alright, well, that's my take on SqueakyBear and Thorguns for this morning.